Hello, hello. We are back with another Gamebound one-shot. And just with RPGs in general, which is something that I'm incredibly excited about. As you may notice, my background is different and new because I moved to Idaho. And
Like everyone else.
Mine
like
is different
apparently
and
everyone
empty
else.
because I'm moving to Idaho in a day.
Yeah. hmm
Like I
am
said,
So
not
like everyone.
I am not moving to Idaho, but that's okay.
you're the only one here, Alyssa, who is not already in Idaho or is moving to Idaho. You gotta get on
It's true.
get on
No, sorry.
it.
Pass.
Yeah, it'd be another Californian coming to Idaho, and Seth doesn't want that. So,
I mean, if it's a list, I'll let it pass.
Wow, I get a pass from another Idaho person. Wow. High honor.
but yeah, so I got everything set up in my apartment here, and I'm very excited to play some Dungeon World. So it has been a while since we have played Dungeon World, but it is a very fun game to play. I'm excited to get back to it. So, what we will be doing is we'll be making a character for Seth. He has a name, but he does not have a identity. So
That sounded weird.
I mean, it's the truth.
It is.
So we'll be doing that, but Alyssa and Carly have already made characters from previous one-shots, and we'll be picking them back up. Time will have passed, things will have changed for these characters, but they'll be picking up these characters once more. So Alyssa will be playing Ariel, the evil wizard. You're an elf too, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
You kind of screwed some people over last time.
Hey, I got the job done. I
true.
picked out
It's
all the
true.
loggers. I saved the druids. What more do you want?
You to be a good person, that's what I want. But that won't happen. So.
That won't happen.
No. And then Carly is playing Isari. Isari, is that how you pronounce it? You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, Isari Veora.
Yeah.
And Isari has kind of become the de facto main character of these sessions because she's the only person who has remained the same. The first Gamebound Dungeon World thing we did was just Connor and David. And that kind of set up something that was happening in the world, but then we've done 2 sessions now with Isari, trying to kind of figure out what is going with the main enemy of this setting, the Jackala Hybrosmiths,
That's right.
which are like little weird fox interplanar conquerors.
Purple, right?
They're purple, yeah. They have purple glowing eyes. Apparently, we learned last time that they can take other forms,
Yes.
but their true form is that of a small fox with purple glowing eyes. And we've been following this kind of intrusion onto this dimension of these crazy beings. And Asari's been kind of poking around, trying to stop them from coming into this dimension. The world, let's see, let's say that a year has passed since our last session. And about roughly a year and maybe a couple of months ago, the what's it called? The world was shaken because every single person in the world about a year and a couple of months ago heard in their brain, the end has come. Every single person in the world heard this, and people have been reacting very differently to it in the world. Some people, I think, some doomsday cults have definitely started up. Some wars have begun. Things like that have happened. The world is a very different place than it was.
Josh's character told us to be prepared.
Yeah, be prepared for the end.
So
yeah.
is the year in this world 2020 as well?
Yes, sure. Sure, we can say that. That'd be fun. I don't think I've ever established an actual year, or if I have, we can retcon it. It's fine. But yeah, so Isari has been poking around. Last time she managed to destroy some oracles of the Jackal Hybrosmiths, basically versions or types of Jackal Hybrosmiths that come to learn about the world and exploit that knowledge to conquer it. And she managed, along with her friends, managed to destroy a certain contingent of oracles that came. So at the very least, conquest of the world has been delayed slightly. But Isari is apparently still on this quest to explore the origins of the Jackal Hybrosmiths, figure out what their weaknesses may be, and stop them if necessary. So she has joined up once more with Ariel to accomplish this task, and a new person, Ingram.
I just thought the name of your little evil monster thingies just made me think
Jackal
of something,
Hybrosmith.
but I won't repeat it because it will ruin the name for you.
Okay, all right.
But it's
sounds
gonna be
good.
going through my head all night.
Yes, please don't say anything. But yeah, so I believe wasn't there a thing on the character sheet that you can level up, like, automatically? Is that something that was there? Did you guys do that?
It says level, and I just put 2, but I didn't actually
Yeah,
do
me too.
anything else.
You know,
So I don't know if that actually did anything
Okay.
or not, but
Yeah, let me grab the Dungeon World book real quick.
okay.
Yeah, we'll double check what leveling up does.
Makes you stronger.
It does. It does.
Past
Good job,
that, I
Seth.
have no clue.
Yeah. Same.
Turns you into a goat.
No, that is not something that happens.
So what you're saying is I goat is wrong?
Ingram dies without an identity.
That was
Full
it.
nothingness of character creation purgatory.
That's going to be Ingram's new goal in life, is to get his identity.
To exist. Okay, I need to look at the table of contents, shouldn't I? 343.
You don't realize just how many memes you have on your phone until you try and find a specific one and realize it is gone.
Yeah. Maybe it's in each specific thing. The fighter. Here we go. Leveling up. Aha, level up move is on page 76. Here we go. Okay, so you subtract your current level plus 7 from your XP. So you just put it at 0, your XP for each of you. And you
oh
can
right,
level
I forgot the
2
XP
as well,
in this
Seth.
game is a bad thing, right?
No, XP is good. It's
Oh.
just you delete it whenever you gain a level. So, you increase your level by 1. You choose a new advanced move for your class. If you are the wizard, you also get to add a new spell to your spellbook. And you choose one of your stats and increase it by 1. This may change your modifier. So let's do those one at a time. So you choose a new advanced move for your class. Carly, for you, that is from the following options. Merciless, when you deal damage, deal plus 1d4 damage. Heirloom, when you consult the spirits that reside within your signature weapon, they will give you an insight relating to the current situation and might ask you some questions in return. Armor Mastery, when you make your armor take the brunt of damage dealt to you, the damage is negated, but you must reduce the armor value of your armor or shield by 1. Improved Weapon, choose 1 extra enhancement for your signature weapon. Seeing Red, when you discern realities during combat, which is like, you know, what should I do? That's the question. You take plus 1. Interrogator, when you parlay using threats of impending violence as leverage, you may use strength instead of charisma. Scent of Blood, when you hack and slash an enemy, your next attack against that foe deals plus 1d4 damage. And there's some more. Multi-class Dabbler, get 1 move from another class. Ironhide, you gain plus 1 armor. Or Blacksmith, when you have access to a forge, you can graft the magical powers of a weapon onto your signature weapon. This process destroys the magical weapon. Your signature weapon gains the magical powers of the destroyed weapon. Any of those sound interesting?
The second one, I think.
Heirloom?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to have spirits residing in your
Yeah.
signature weapon. What do you want them to be? The Jackal Hybrosmiths?
No, certainly not.
But then you could have trapped them and like they have to do what you say.
I guess so.
That was just a suggestion. Like it's not going to be like bad because it's a good move for you.
Okay.
It's just a
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Yeah, 'cause that'd be cool. Okay, cool. So let's add that move. Heirloom. When you consult the spirits that reside within your signature weapon, it will give you an insight relating to the current situation and might ask you some questions in return. Roll plus charisma. On a 10 plus, the GM will give you a good detail. You just deleted the thing I just wrote.
Oh, sorry.
You're fine.
I didn't mean to.
It's fine. And then on a 7 and 9, the GM will give you an impression. Okay.
Like a celebrity impression, or
Yes. Yep. That's Nick Cage. And then let's see another thing. I know, Tara. Give me a second. Choose one of your stats and increase it by 1.
Me?
Yep. If you change Constitution from 15 to 16, your Constitution bonus will go up.
Sure, I'll do that.
Cool, cool. Wait, do you get hit points? No. Changing your Constitution increases your maximum and current HP. Guess you don't automatically get hit points. So what actually? How do you actually get hit points? Your maximum HP is 10 plus Constitution. Wait, why were your hit points at 16 then?
I don't know.
That makes 0 sense. Your hit points would be 26. Okay, cool. And then Ariel.
Yeah.
Same sitch.
Okay, I already increased my charisma score by 1.
Perfect.
So there you go.
And let me check the wizard's advanced stuff. So you can do... Well, first, I guess let's do... you get an extra spell.
Okay.
You add a new spell of your level or lower to your spell book.
Okay.
Let me find the spells that you can choose. So you can choose... level 2, 1, or 0 spell.
Now, if it's a level 0 spell, I still have to roll for it, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was I think the main thing that was
that
different.
was like the main thing that I was
yeah,
like,
you always have to
what?
roll.
I have to roll for spells. Now, depending on the level, obviously that increases the difficulty of the roll, correct?
Not necessarily.
No.
Okay, it looks like there aren't any level 2 spells, so your only option is level 1 or level or a cantrip. But I think you have all the cantrips.
I think so.
Light, Unseen Servant, Prestidigitation. Yeah, those are the only 3. So you have Detect Magic, Magic Missile, Telepathy, Charm Person, Cause Fear. The other ones you can choose: Contact Spirits, Invisibility, Alarm, And that's it. One of those.
Let's go with invisibility.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think that's in the compendium, so I could just drag it over. Give me a second.
Okay, great.
Boom, invisibility. All right, and then your moves, you get to choose.
Wait, you added it in?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see it under my spells.
It was there, and then it went away for some reason.
It's invisible.
All right, it should be there.
There
now.
it goes. Okay, I see it now. All right. And what else?
So you get to choose one of these moves. Prodigy, choose a spell. You prepare that spell as if it were one level lower. So maybe there is stuff that... Oh, you have like spell slots and stuff, yeah. Prepare spells. When you spend uninterrupted time, an hour or so, in a quiet contemplation of your spell book, you lose any spells you already have prepared. Prepare new spells of your choice from your spell book.
One.
You're right, I know. Whose total levels don't exceed your own level plus 1. Oh, okay. Oh, so I guess that means... Yeah, with total... So basically this means you can now have prepared 2 first level spells instead of just 1. I think that's what that means because... yeah, prepare new spells of your choice from your spell book whose total levels don't exceed your own level plus 1. That was just...
I see. So it means I get another
actual
spell.
Yeah, basically it means that you have all these spells available to you, but now you can have 2 of the first levels prepared at the same time. All of your cantrips are automatically prepared, but yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so the advanced moves that you can choose from are Prodigy. Choose a spell. You prepare that spell as if it were 1 level lower. So basically, one of them you could do another one for free, basically, because it's a level 0 spell. Empowered Magic. When you cast a spell on a 10+, you have the option of choosing from the 7 to 9 list. If you do, you may choose one of these as well. The spell effects are maximized, or the spell's targets are doubled. So basically, you can make the spell, make something bad happen slightly, or complicate the situation to get extra spell effects. Fount of Knowledge. When you spout lore about something no one else has any clue about, take +1. Know-it-all. When another player's character comes to you for advice and you tell them what you think is best, they get +1 forward when following your advice, and you mark experience if they do. Expanded Spellbook. Add a new spell from the spell list of any class to your spellbook. Enchanter. When you have time and safety with a magic item, you may ask the GM what it does, and the GM will answer to you truthfully. Logical. When you use strict deduction to analyze your surroundings, you can discern realities with intelligence instead of wisdom. Arcane Ward. As long as you have at least 1 prepared spell of your first level or higher, you have +2 armor. Oh, that's cool. Counterspell. When you attempt to counter an arcane spell that will otherwise affect you, stake one of your prepared spells on the defense and roll +1 intelligence. On a 10+, this spell is countered and has no effect on you. On a 7 to 9, the spell is countered and you forgot the spell you staked. Your counterspell only protects you. So, and then Quick Study. When you see the effects of an arcane spell, ask the GM the name of the spell and its effects. You take +1 when acting on the answers. Those are your options.
Boy, there's so many good options, and I've forgotten like half of them already.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys. Help me out. What do you think is like the coolest? What do you think's gonna help me here?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention because I don't know what any of it means yet.
Yeah.
All right, Caleb, help me. What do you think?
Well, it depends. Do you want to be knowledgeable? Do you want to have better spells? Those are really like the 2 main things, like themes of these.
I feel like I would like to be more. I feel like my character would like to be more knowledgeable. That sounds like the thing that my character would like. I would like more spells, but my character would like more intelligence. So I'm gonna go with my character would want.
Okay. So the intelligence-based ones are Fount of Knowledge. When you spout lore about something no one else has any clue about, take +1. Know-it-all. When another player's character comes to you for advice and you tell them what you think is best, they get +1 forward when following your advice, and you mark experience if they do. Logical. When you use strict deduction to analyze your surroundings, you can discern realities with intelligence instead of wisdom. And Quick Study. When you see the effects of an arcane spell, ask the GM to name of the spell and its effects. You take +1 when acting on the answers.
Oof. Okay.
Do you want to be good at knowing stuff that no one else has any clue about? Do you want people to come to you for advice? Do you want to be able to deduce your surroundings like Sherlock? Or do you want to be able to like know what spells are when
I
they're
feel
cast
like
against
the deduce what's going on, like Sherlock, is probably what my character would like. She just likes to know what's going on.
you. Yeah, sure. All right, let's see if I can. Aha, yes, it's in the compendium. Boom. Added.
Cool.
All right, so real quick, let's do Seth's character then. Ingram. So if you want, I can pull up the barbarian stuff. So you can
No,
that
let's
if
just
you
do
want.
let's just do fighter. Just keep
Okay.
it simple.
Keep in mind that Carly is also a fighter, so
Would it be better if I was something else?
maybe. Let me just check real quick what she has. Yeah, so she has a magic. She has like her. You both have heirloom weapons. That's like the main thing the fighter has is like signature weapons.
I wasn't planning on being magical at all, so
Yeah, I mean it doesn't have to be magical necessarily. Carly just chose a move that lets her have magic stuff with it. That's the main thing, I guess. That would be the same. So you both would have weapons. But do you know what race you're going to be?
I was planning on being like an ogre or an orc or something like that.
Let me see what the options are.
name Ingram.
Let's see. Fighter, you can choose. There's like specific options you can choose per class. So you can be because they get like special moves based on the race. Dwarf, elf, halfling, and human. So you could be a dwarf or a human and then like have ogre blood.
Okay. What is the barbarian options then?
Yeah, let me look. Barbarian.
Because I very specifically want to be someone who's dumb
Yeah.
but kind-hearted, and also will punch your face in.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the race option for barbarian is always the same. It's outsider. So it says you may be elf, dwarf, halfling, human, or whatever, but you and your people are not from around here. At the beginning of each, yeah, that sounds like it would fit pretty well. At the beginning of each session, the GM will ask you something about your homeland, why you left, or what you left behind. If you answer them, mark XP. So that's cool.
I like it.
Yeah, let's do that then.
So how do I...
Have a second.
Okay, I'll close my character sheet just in case. Oh, he left. He probably didn't hear that. Now it's our stream. Oh, no, he's back already.
Welcome to the stream. Subscribe to Caleb M. Powers. To
I
make sure
see
you get all
what's
this
happening
juicy
here.
content every single week.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So no barbarian in the SRD in the. Well, wait a second. Nope. Yeah. No barbarian in the compendium here, but we can. What you laughing about?
Just the video. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So yeah, but we can go through manually on here. So. And we'll type barbarian in here. You'll be level 2 with everybody else. All right. So your name is Ingram. Would you like a title?
No,
Ingram the blank.
he's not enough to have a title. He's too
Okay.
simple to have one.
Got it. Okay. All right. Choose your look. Tormented eyes, haunted eyes, wild eyes, or shrouded eyes.
What's the difference?
Just cosmetically.
Okay, so there's no there. Okay,
No mechanical
So
stuff.
say me.
Tormented eyes, haunted eyes, wild eyes, or shrouded eyes.
What does shrouded eyes mean?
I don't know. Whatever you want it to mean.
I'll
It
go
could
with,
mean like there's nothing behind these eyes.
I'll go with shrouded eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Now, do you have mighty thews, long shanks, scrawny body, or supple body?
Okay, what were the first two again?
Mighty thews, long shanks,
What?
scrawny body,
Wait, no.
or supple body.
Mighty thews.
Thews, yeah. Let me
What
find
are-
the definition.
What's that even mean?
Muscles and tendons perceived as generating physical strength.
Oh, yeah, those.
Interesting.
Yeah, so mighty muscles, basically. Is the idea. Mighty thews. Okay, do you have strange tattoos, unusual jewelry, or are you unmarred by decoration?
Say unmarred, probably. Or maybe, nah, no, unmarred.
Okay.
Your
And
dog
now,
came back
do you-
in.
Yes, I noticed.
Okay.
Do you wear scraps, silks, a scavenger's outfit, or weather inappropriate clothes?
Weather inappropriate clothes, just because that sounds something that would be fitting. I want to say scraps, but weather inappropriate clothes just is like, this sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So assign these scores to your stats. And that's the modifier that it gives you. They're different than what you would expect.
Okay, so is it pretty much the same of? Okay, so this is pretty much applies to D&D how it would before, like.
Yeah, all the stats are the same in terms of like their names and what they do. It's
Okay.
just the modifiers are slightly different. Yeah.
Okay, and I put them here.
Yeah.
16,
You put them on the little top part of it. Yeah.
13. Ooh, which should be the lowest?
Intelligence, obviously,
Yeah.
or wisdom. One of those.
That's the tricky part. Like, because he's also not very dexterous. Maybe have him be the more dexterous than anything else, because he's at least used to moving around.
Yeah.
There.
Okay. Cool. And then you can add 1 to one of those because you're going to be level 2 with everybody else.
Constitution or charisma? Constitution helps with HP, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Constitution, and that will increase it to +2.
Okay.
If you, yeah.
Sounds like a good idea if I'm going to be a barbarian.
Exactly. Yep. Okay. So your max HP is 8 plus your Constitution. So that means your Constitution is 20, or your hit points is 24.
Wait, so it's
So it's literally just an 8 plus your whole Constitution score.
okay. I was curious, like 8 plus 2 is 10. Caleb.
I know. Yeah. Yep. Everybody always is confused on that
Okay.
part. Let's see. Your base damage is a D10, so we'll set
Nice.
that there. All right. Choose your alignment. Are you chaotic or neutral? And now the way this works is these are XP triggers. So if you are chaotic, you will get XP if you eschew a convention of the civilized world. If you're neutral, you get an XP if you teach someone the ways of your people.
Barbarian, I guess I'd be chaotic.
Okie dokie. So chaotic.
But he's also more charismatic.
That's what I was thinking. I think
Neutral. He'd be neutral. Cause he can beat you up, but he's not gonna do it unless you give him a reason.
yeah, exactly. He seems nice to me.
Mhm.
So your race is outsider. And let's see. Where's the gear? Yeah, here we go. Your load is 8 plus your strength. So we got another 24. You carry dungeon rations. Should be able to find these in the compendium. Yep. Dungeon rations, a dagger, some token of where you've traveled or where you're from.
Dash gonna be tweetums.
So Tweetum's your bird.
Yes.
Right. Sounds good. And your choice of a weapon. Do you want an axe or a two-handed sword? The only difference between those is an axe is 1 weight, and a two-handed sword gives you +1 damage, but it is 2 weight.
And weight is just added to the load?
To your total load, yeah, exactly.
Are we going to get that much stuff reasonable? Like,
Probably not.
I'll go with the two-handed sword.
Yeah.
I feel like it should be the axe, but the two-handed sword is going to be better, so I'll just go with the two-handed sword.
Yeah. Apparently you have to do this manually. Two-handed sword has the tag close. And it gives you +1 damage. All right, now also choose one of these. You want adventuring gear, which gives you, a bunch of other random stuff like you would expect, like rope and whatnot, and dungeon rations, another like use of dungeon rations, or chainmail. So you get adventuring gear and dungeon rations or chainmail.
What else did adventuring gear have?
Let me check. Adventuring gear has chalk, poles, spikes, ropes, etc. When you rummage through your adventuring gear for some useful mundane item, you find what you need, and you mark off a use. So it has 5 uses, and you basically just like anything an adventurer will probably have. You can just say, hey, I have it, and then you mark off a use. And you have it with you unless you lose it.
Chainmail, because he's not smart enough to carry stuff useful with him.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
If he needs stuff, he gets it. One way or another.
One way or another. Okay, so you start with all of these moves. This will be the fun part because I have to manually put this in.
He's going to have more moves than me.
All right, so the first move you get is Herculean Appetites. Others may content themselves with just a taste of wine or dominion over a servant or two, but you want more. Choose 2 appetites. While pursuing one of your appetites, if you would roll for a move, instead of rolling 2d6, you roll 1d6 plus 1d8. If the d6 is the higher die of the pair, the GM will introduce a complication or danger that comes about due to your heedless pursuits. So that is the trigger there. But you... these are your options for appetites. You choose 2 of these. Pure destruction, power over others, mortal pleasures, conquest, riches and property, fame and glory.
Say them again a little slower.
Pure. I wrote it in the chat. Roll for chat too.
Okay. I'm assuming, and they're all just pretty much what it sounds like.
Yep. Mortal pleasures is probably like lust, but
Dang it! None of these sound like him.
And that's the thing. If you don't actually ever go after these, then it might not come up.
Okay. I'll go with.
I like thinking though that this guy does have a dark side, and it might come out.
I'll go with power over others.
I guess mortal pleasures could also mean like food. Technically,
I'll go with power over others and mortal pleasures.
Yeah.
That's his Achilles heel.
Yeah. All right. You also get the upper hand. You take a +1 ongoing when to last breath rolls, which is the roll that you make if you might die. So you automatically just get a +1 on all of those. When you take your last breath on a 7 to 9, you may make an offer to death in return for your life. If death accepts, he will return you to life. If not, you die.
Okay.
You also get muscle bound. Which means when you wield a weapon, it gains the forceful and messy tags. You also get what are you waiting for? When you cry out of challenge to your enemies, roll plus constitution. Let me... just try to put this in your stuff there. On a 10+, they treat you as the most obvious threat to be dealt with and ignore your companions. Take +2 damage ongoing against them. On a 7 to 9, only a few, the weakest or most foolhardy among them, fall prey to your taunting. So that is your options.
Good thing
there.
I picked the Constitution.
Yeah, true. And then, in addition, choose one of these 2 to start with. Full plate and packing steel. You ignore the clumsy tag on armor you wear. I don't think chainmail has clumsy. Yeah, so you don't.
So I don't need that one.
And then unencumbered, unharmed. So long as you are below your load and neither wear armor nor carry a shield, you take +1 armor. So technically neither of these are useful to you.
I was going to say, those don't sound very good at all.
Yeah. Might as well do unencumbered, unharmed, because if you happen to lose your armor...
That's true.
All right. Unencumbered, unharmed. All right, now choose one of these advanced moves. Still hungry, you choose an additional appetite. Appetite for destruction, take a move from the fighter, bard, or thief class list. My love for you is like a truck. When you perform a feat of strength, name someone present whom you have impressed and take +1 forward to parlay with them.
Wait, what do you mean parlay with them?
As in, that's a move that's like diplomacy.
I like that one so far, but keep going if there's more.
What is best in life? At the end of a session, if during this session you have crushed your enemies, seen them driven before you, or have heard the lamentations of their kinfolk, mark XP. Wide wanderer, you have traveled the world over. When you arrive someplace, ask the GM about any important traditions, rituals, and so on. They'll tell you what you need to know. Usurper, when you prove yourself superior to a person in power, take +1 forward with their followers, underlings, and hangers-on. Con of cons. Your hirelings always accept the gratuitous fulfillment of one of your appetites as payment. Samson, you may take a debility to immediately break free of any physical or mental restraint. Smash, when you hack and slash on a 12+, deal your damage and choose something physical your target has, a weapon, their position, a limb, they lose it.
Oh, that's so cool. I don't know if I want that one, though.
Indestructible hunger, when you take damage, you can choose to take one ongoing until you sate one of your appetites instead of taking the damage. If you already have this penalty, you cannot choose this option. The last one, or no, second to last one. Eye for weakness, when you discern realities, add what here is weak or vulnerable to the list of questions you can ask. And last, on the move, when you defy a danger caused by movement, maybe falling off a narrow bridge or rushing past an armed guard, take +1.
I like the one where if you're trying to impress where you're trying to impress someone, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, I just like it.
That one's my love for you was like a truck.
Yeah.
Want to do that one?
Yeah. It just sounds fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was either that one or like when you beat someone up, you gain stuff with their lackeys, but I don't know. It's just that doesn't seem very. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Last thing we'll do is we'll do bonds with everybody.
James
so this is another
Bonds.
Yeah. Oh my. The name's Bond. Gamebound. Okay, so let me just double check. I think you guys already have bonds with each other. You can tell me if you want to change these. Isari, you have a bond with Ariel that says, Ariel owes me their life, whether they admit it or not. Do you want to keep that one?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Ariel, you have a bond. You don't have a bond with Isari. So you might as well add one. The option for bonds for Wizard are...
Oh, sorry, I just realized I was muted.
Oh, you're good. So, you could be Isari will play an important role in the events to come. I have foreseen it. Isari is keeping an important secret from me, or Isari is woefully misinformed about the world. I will teach them all that I can. This could also be about Ingram if you want. Any one of these three.
I think the first. The first
will
one.
play an important role in the events to come. I have foreseen it.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. And then do you want the one you have with Ingram to be he's woefully misinformed about the world?
Of course.
Yeah, obviously.
It's true.
Okay. All right. And then Isari, do you want to have one with Ingram as well? So the options for you are I have sworn to protect Ingram. I worry about the ability of Ingram to survive in the dungeon / wherever you guys are going to be. Ingram is soft, but I will make them hard like me.
What was the second one?
I worry about the ability of Ingram to survive in the dungeon.
Yeah, that one.
I was gonna say that sounds about right. problem I have is I don't know much about the other two characters, so
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to guess.
Figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically, Ariel is a manipulative, evil wizard, and Isari is a noble halfling fighter.
Halfling.
That's right.
Okay. Yep. The halfling's worried about the giant ogre.
I mean, yes.
She's infected.
I like it. I like it. It's good.
All right, so I'll just read off the bonds, and you can tell me if either Ariel or Isari fit this description. Blank is puny and foolish, but amusing to me.
Yes, that one for the halfling.
That one for the halfway.
It fits. I'm sorry. If I hear one that's better, I'll switch.
Yeah.
But
Blank's ways are strange and confusing. Blank is always getting into trouble. I must protect them from themselves. Blank shares my hunger for glory. The earth will tremble at our passing.
was that it?
Yep.
I'd say the confusing one for Ariel.
For Ariel, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
My ways are confusing. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time.
I mean, yes, true. All right, cool. Well, that's all good to go there. I'm trying to think. Yeah, you already added your bonus to your ability score. So I think we are ready to rock and roll. But let's do this. Let's go ahead and take a break, quick, and we'll come back and we'll start the game proper in just a moment. Stick around. We got more Gamebound Dungeon World to come right after this. Cameo by Thomas.